We're going to start wrapping things up here, and I have a couple of slides to end my presentation. This conclusion slide talks about the family communication pattern, how popular of a theory it is, and it explores the family communication patterns, their impacts, and the consequences for their relationships. It's okay to recognize your family's needs. It's okay to realize that, hey, maybe we are a bit laissez-faire, and maybe we need to move up to the pluralistic type, for example. It's okay to seek support. I mentioned in the previous slide that a lot of families who are in a slump or who are having difficulty communicating go off and get some help from a family therapist. And there is nothing wrong with seeking social support if needed. It's a really important element in positive family communication and for positive mental and physical health. It's okay to reach out for help. So I think it's a very important part of our little chapter that we read here, that it talks about seeking support if your family is in one of those kind of lower communication models like the laissez-faire, for example. We're going to start wrapping things up. On page 234 of our book, there was a really great quotation that I wanted to share with you and hopefully have you just think about as we wrap up the presentation here. And it reads that family communication patterns establish shared reality, but also affect relationship quality, warmth and affection, and even very distal outcomes such as mental and physical health, academic performance, and social success. So really, FCP is very important for all aspects of our lives. Our families teach us how to communicate with one another, which in turn teaches us how to communicate with our friends, our teachers, our loved ones as we grow older. And it's really important to have good family communication patterns for our physical, mental, academic, and social success. Finally, I'll wrap it up with an evaluation of the family communication patterns theory. There are both strengths and limitations with this theory, in my opinion. Some of the strengths are it's a very popular theory. It explores the family communication pattern and their impact on individuals within the family. And most of us fall within one of these family types. I could relate to almost all of the examples in the book, and I thought they did a really nice job explaining the 4 types of family styles. Some limitations, however, I feel like a lot of these explanations are broad and generalized. Not every family will fall directly into one of these categories, or some families may fit into one of the family types a little bit, and then they might be a little bit pluralistic. They might be a little bit laissez-faire, for example. Some families may not fit into one of these types at all. Or what if you have one parent who loves to communicate and is very involved, and then the other parent who doesn't communicate much and is a little more laissez-faire? So you might have some members within the same family that don't quite fall into the categories that are mentioned in the book. Okay, we've made it to our last slide, and I thought I'd just show our guiding questions to review and discuss on our discussion board. What I need you to do just one more time is please answer numbers 1 and 2, and then between numbers 3 through 6, maybe choose one or more of the artifacts that you were particularly interested in, and please answer the questions that correspond to those artifacts. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. I hope you found this an interesting lesson, as did I when I was reading about it. It really got me thinking about my own family and my parents and their style of parenting. And as I think about teaching speech communication this fall, I'm hoping to incorporate some of these ideas into my lesson with my own students. So thanks again for listening. Have a great day, everybody.